Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Weather report today is possibly some storms coming in. It's already starting to get windy and the clouds, it's nice good cloud cover. It's cool, that's a good thing. But that's where we're at on that. This weekend, this Sunday, well, it's Memorial Day weekend, so please be safe out there. This is always the time of the year that people get out and do stuff, and they start to get a little crazy. So be safe out there. But also, if you can make it out Sunday to our monthly meeting, you will not be disappointed. This meeting starts at 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon and goes for a couple hours or so, but it's the before and after also, where people just mingle, get to know each other, potluck, family friendly, vendors there. So you're going to enjoy it if you can make it out. I know many of you have already emailed me. I've gotten back with some of you, still trying to get caught up on that because I've got a lot of emails this month. So bear with me. I'll get to them today. I've got a million other things to do, but that is on the list. So this China-Taiwan thing, I personally, and I could be wrong, but I personally don't believe that what is happening right now in this moment with this blockade that China is doing around Taiwan is the thing I don't believe it's the invasion. Okay, China says that this is just number one, training, and number two, to show Taiwan what they're capable of, to show Taiwan that they are capable of setting up a blockade around the island. The United States obviously supports Taiwan, but yet there's this forked tongue kind of speak that, we'll support Taiwan, we'll be there, we'll send troops, we'll send weapons, but yet China is the rightful owner to Taiwan. It's this double speak kind of thing. United Nations has said the same thing, that they, in their opinion, that Taiwan is a province of China. So we'll see how that all plays out, but it does appear that things are heating up. I know that this kind of stuff has happened several times in the past, but this time is more intense. China seems to be more emboldened to something in my mouth. I think something blew in it. More emboldened than in the past, and so it does appear that things are tensing up. Now, we've talked about China and Taiwan quite a bit over the last couple of years, and I think most of us would agree that the possibility of China and Taiwan becoming a new battle scene is very, very real. But I don't know that this is the moment, but I think it is getting close. A lot of the internet, suspicion is that we're weeks away from an engagement between China and Taiwan. And here's the thing. I understand that all of this is orchestrated and planned out, but there's still always the opportunity for error, or the opportunity for one guy flying a plane or in charge of some type of artillery making the wrong move and pushing the wrong button. So those are always possibilities when you're in these types of tense moments. Taiwan has responded by, getting planes in the air. Taiwan has responded by activating all their defenses. They have, activated, troops and planes and boats and everything else to show that they can defend themselves against China. And honestly, my opinion is it doesn't really matter to me who is the one that could potentially win this battle. The fact is that it would be probably another very big battle, a very big war that would drag us into it, because that's exactly what's going to happen. This conflict is, as much as we want to be hopeful that nothing happens, or that this is just more hype that ends up being nothing, it could be very, very huge. Because here's the thing. What's going on in the Middle East as much as we as in the United States, stick our noses in it, it really is a regional thing. Russia and Ukraine, it's a regional thing, okay? It's regional for them. Now us and NATO want to get involved and push our weight around and supply things, but in the end, it's a regional thing. China and Taiwan is different. It's not regional. It's not even a civil war just between them. It is an international event because, this is how I see it, because China wants to be, there's multiple reasons here. China wants to be the world leader. They want to sit on top of everything. This has not been any kind of a secret. You can go back way before the pandemic, years before the pandemic. And for many times, China has been very open about their intentions of being the new world leader. They control a vast majority of commodities on this planet, of valuable rare earth minerals and other different things for manufacturing. They also control a huge amount of manufacturing itself. I mean, there's a lot of control there. I know that they're weak in some areas, but they have massive amounts of strength and control and capabilities that really at this point no other nation does. Taiwan is also vastly important because it controls a huge majority of microchip processing, manufacturing on this planet. Yes, the United States and a few others are trying to catch up so that we're not so dependent upon that. But the fact is that we are right now. And so all of these things, and the strategicness of Taiwan and China, the island, and the placement, and with all the other U.S. assets in that region, everything is very important. And so I believe that this conflict between these two, it's way more than just a regional conflict. And as much as maybe, I don't know if China wants to go to war with us or they don't want to go to war. I don't know. But the fact is that with the economies, the dollar, the yuan, the BRICS, all of this stuff that's going on, and this constant contest of who is the world leader, historically speaking, it always boils down to a war. It always boils down to a war. And you've got China invading our country and has been invading our country for months and months and months by sending their people illegally across our border. They're not sending families. They're not sending elderly. They're not sending the ones that they don't want. They're sending military-aged male, fit military-aged males across our border by hundreds of thousands. That's not something to be overlooked. And so when you put all of this together, there is a growing conflict between us and China. That is not a surprise. That's not anything new. And so the question is this what's happening in Taiwan going to be that kicking off point? And is it happening now or in the very near future? And I believe it is in the very near future. I think we could potentially, unless things change, if they keep progressing at the pace that they are, I think we could be seeing a conflict between China and Taiwan in the coming weeks. And that could have great repercussions to us, way more than what goes on in the Middle East, way more than what goes on in Russia and Europe and places like that, for many reasons. Number one, I just mentioned there's hundreds of thousands of illegal Chinese in this country. And we don't know exactly what their plan is and what they will do, but most likely a lot of it's not very good. And then so much of the stuff, as much as you want to say, oh, I want to buy American, don't buy that Chinese stuff. A huge amount of everything that we use, or the components or the raw materials of the stuff that we use, come from China. Okay, I don't care what you say. It's just how it is, and it's unfortunate. I don't like it, but it's how it is. And so their ability to cut us off, I know everyone's going to say, yeah, but then that's cutting their nose off to spite their face. China would do that. I'm pretty confident they would. That's why China has been building such strong bonds and relationships with all these other countries. Can any one country make up for the loss of trade with the United States? No, but if you get lots and lots of countries, it can make a difference. And I believe, based on the fact that China is communist, the leadership is willing to hurt its own self to make sure that America falls, because they plan long term, much more so than the United States does. And so I think I know a lot of people, oh, they would never do it because they know it's going to hurt themselves, hurt their own economy. I think that's why they've been hoarding stuff for years. That's why they've been, you know, all these materials and raw earth minerals and gold and everything else, food. They've been hoarding this stuff because they know there could be a time that they go to war with the United States and it's going to be rough for a while. And so they've been prepping too. But is this the moment? I can't tell you that. I don't know for certain. But it is certainly heating up, and it does appear that things are different this time. So I would be very cautious and be very much paying attention to what's going on. Continually stocking up, topping things off, and then understanding the realities of what's going to happen if this does. Potential terrorist attacks, grid failure, water, communication, all those types of things here in the United States because of, you know, the illegals that are here from China. And then the limiting of supplies could very easily happen. There's already a trade war where we're wanting to put massive tariffs on their stuff and they're wanting to put massive tariffs on our stuff. It could get even worse to where they just shut it down. They just say, fine, we're not sending stuff over to you. These are all possibilities, and we have to prepare for that. Because I think we all realize that that's where this is heading. And it may not be now, but I think it is going to get there eventually. So you need to be getting your houses in order and preparing yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.